Good afternoon, YouTube. In previous videos I mentioned I'd been using a third-party natural gas supplier for a number of years, and in the last video I ran through my decision process to terminate that agreement and return to purchasing gas from my local utility. I wanted to understand why the situation changed and this gas purchase agreement was no longer beneficial. First, let's look at some background information to help explain the natural gas market in my state. In California, we have a Public Utilities Commission that oversees the major public utilities in the state. This is probably similar for most states in the U.S. This article on the PUC website has a detailed description of the natural gas system in California. So these are the main utilities in the state. You've got Pacific Gas and Electric, Southern California Gas, San Diego Gas and Electric, and Southwest Gas, plus several other smaller gas utilities. And down here they define core customers as residential and small commercial, and then the non-core customers are the large industrial and electric generation customers. The U.S. natural gas market was deregulated in the mid-1980s. In the late 1990s, public utilities were required to allow customers to purchase gas from third-party suppliers. The PUC calls these suppliers core transport agents, or CTAs. So the CTAs are not regulated, but they have to register with the PUC to do business in the state. Here's a news report from a local TV station dated February 2017 discussing customers receiving unusually high natural gas bills. Let's play a short section of that report.
The biggest part of the increase is the gas transportation.
Tony says 2 years ago, California state utility regulators approved an 83% increase for gas transmission and storage.
I'll put a link to that video in the upper right corner in case you want to watch the entire video. Later in this report, the reporter mentions contacting PG&E about the rate increase and that they were unable to confirm it. I always hate that lame excuse. If the reporter had spent 5 minutes on the PG&E website, he could have found that information himself. I did a web search for PG&E gas rates and found this page at the top of the list. And it has the PG&E gas rate history for the last 32 years. Let's take a look at it. Here's the earliest rate data. You can see how it's a single rate for gas. They do have the lifeline or baseline, as they now call it, and excess rate tiers. And the baseline rate was about 38 cents per therm, and by the end of 1997, which is off this chart, it was around 58 cents. The PUC article mentioned that in 1997 the rate plan changed to break out gas procurement cost from transportation or delivery cost, and right here, November 1997 rate table, you can see that change. The procurement charge, transportation charge, and the cost then was 28 cents for gas, 37 cents for delivery, and the total was about 65 cents. So here in this advice number column, there's a note about a document which is the result of a meeting with the utility and the Public Utility Commission to set the rates for this period. And you can see here they do that pretty much every month. By 2004, the rates were 72 cents for gas, 31 cents for delivery, for a total of $1.03. So the gas was roughly twice the delivery charge. Here in 2006, gas prices shot up nationwide and the utility rates were over $1 a therm for the procurement cost. By 2008, which is about the time I signed up with CenterPoint Energy, gas was 78 cents, delivery 36 cents, for a total of $1.14. Again, roughly 2-to-1 ratio of gas to delivery cost. Now I was paying around 30 cents for gas from CenterPoint, so I was saving around 40% on my gas bill. That news report was shot in early 2017 and mentioned a rate increase approved 2 years prior. Let's see if we can find that. So here in January 2014, 53 cents each for gas and delivery, $1.06 total, and note equal gas to delivery price ratio. Then in September 2014, delivery jumps 10 cents or about 20%. And in January 2015, nearly a 12-cent jump or another 20%. Also notice the addition of the minimum transportation charge, about $3 a month. And here in 2016, there's another 6-cent jump in January, and then 15 cents in August. That's the 80% transportation rate increase mentioned in the news report. Delivery costs dropped to about 88 cents in 2017 and then jumped back up to 92 cents in 2018. Note that this delivery cost doesn't include the 8-cent public purpose program surcharge, so overall that's $1 per therm to get the gas to your meter. So here in July 2018, you've got about 22 cents for gas, and with the delivery and PPPS charges, you're looking at maybe $1.25 for gas, including delivery. And notice that the gas cost is well less than half of the delivery cost for the past few years, and this is crucial when considering third-party gas suppliers. Let's take a look at what gas costs from a third-party supplier. So this is CenterPoint Energy, who I was using, and they have plans anywhere from 38 up to 50 cents per therm. And at first glance, one might think that's a good deal. 50 cents versus $1.25 from the utility. Not mentioned on this overview page is the fact that you'll still be paying $1 per therm delivery charge, or $1.50 total. Oh, and they forget to make note of their $5 per month customer charge on top of the gas cost. Vista Energy is another third-party supplier. Gas plans from 40 to 50 cents per therm. They do have an interesting unlimited plan for 99 cents per day. I believe Spark Energy, another third-party supplier, has a similar unlimited plan. While Vista Energy doesn't seem to have a customer charge like CenterPoint, they also don't mention the delivery charge here. Let's take a look at that unlimited plan, for example using 5 therms per day or 150 therms per month. So that's $30 for the gas, plus 150 therms at $1 per therm delivery charge, or $180 total, and this is ignoring the utility's excess delivery charge. If instead that gas were purchased from the utility at $1.25 times 150 therms gives you $188, or only $8 more than this unlimited plan. So unless you are using extremely high amounts of natural gas every month, even these enticing unlimited plans are not worth it. Let's take a look at how natural gas prices have varied over time. Note that in this chart, gas prices are per million BTU, so you'll want to divide these numbers by 10 to compare to the 100,000 BTU therms that utility bills are based on. You can see natural gas prices rise and fall a lot. Generally, prices rise in the winter months and fall in the summer, but other factors can affect prices as well. And prices have been, I think, as low as about 17 cents down here and up to nearly $2 over the span of this graph. An interesting point is the 29-cent market price in July. My utility is selling me gas for 22 cents this month. With this sort of open market price, the third-party suppliers are buying gas at 29 cents and selling it for 40 to 50 cents. As far as delivery costs go, they generally rise with time, This is because every year the gas transmission system gets a year older. It needs more testing, maintenance, and repair. Since this is mostly labor, those costs go up each year as well. Now, there is another situation where a third-party gas supplier might be worthwhile. That is, if you want price stability. One positive thing I observed while with CenterPoint was very steady rates. Prices increased 1 to 2 cents per year while I was with them. No seasonal variation either. So if you're looking for a more stable utility bill, maybe one of these fixed rate plans might be an option. I would encourage anyone who is either enrolled in a third-party gas plan or is considering doing so to check out the total cost. For sure, do the math with your own gas bill information. You can find out how I did my analysis and links to my spreadsheet in the previous video. For me, it looks like I should have bailed out a few years ago when that 80% transportation rate increase took effect. Hopefully this has been of assistance to folks trying to evaluate whether to use a third-party natural gas supplier or not. I would like to hear about experiences others have had with third-party gas suppliers. If you have any feedback on that or any questions, post up in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.